My apologies. I left all my memory cards at my studio. So we're on the phone today. 40, 41. It's a little bit of anxiety because I've been looking for a memory card for about 30 minutes. Then I couldn't find my daughter's tripod. Then I found the tripod. Then I couldn't find the thing that the phone went on. So I was literally going to cold plunge and hold the phone in my hand. So it was a weird 30 minutes. I know it's a little dramatic, but my anxiety kind of does its own thing sometimes. But day 56. Oh, this is cold. Had a great workout yesterday. Did cardio last night. We did 10 minutes. Well, it was a little over 10 minutes. We did some HIIT training on the assault bike. We did 10 rounds of 10 seconds with 40-second rest intervals, and then 10 minutes on the treadmill. Very good quality work yesterday. And then today, we're gonna do back at some point today. Been actually cooking all morning. I actually switched up my food. So we're on chicken now. I'm doing chicken in the crock pot, as well as I stopped eating cottage cheese and stopped having almond milk with my protein shake. So that'll drop a couple calories as well as a little bit of fat from switching my source of protein from ground turkey to chicken. You know, we're getting close to the end, and I want to almost make my diet more as strict as I can, even more, just to really chip away at a little bit. So keep thinking about Atlanta. You know, my food is gonna suck there. I'm gonna have to supplement protein shakes and stuff like I talked about earlier, but the thing I've been thinking about the most is doing the cold plunges. You know, there's a tub at the Airbnb, but it's a super small tub, like a step over for a shower. So it's like if I did a cold plunge in there, it would be my lower body. And then I'm like, well, maybe I'll do 3 minutes of my upper body, 3 minutes of my lower body, or I'll just do my upper body and then I'll do another one for lower body at the end of the day. And then I'm like, well, I could do the cold shower, but I just don't think the cold shower is as effective. Obviously, I'm completely submerged in water. Every part of my body, besides my head, is getting the effects of the cold plunge. The cold shower, my body's just barely getting wet consistently. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's weird that I think about those things. I literally treat it like life or death. If I don't do a cold plunge, my life's gonna be over. But it is what it is. I'll figure it out when I get there. I looked at places that even go and do a cold plunge. I didn't really have much luck, but the schedule for Atlanta is so busy too. It's like trying to do things that are gonna take away from everybody else, and what everybody else has planned is very selfish of me. So if I do figure something out, it's gonna have to be obnoxiously early and all that other stuff. So I'm just trying to not become a burden for everybody else. So that's one thing too. I wish it was a little colder there because there's a pool at the hotel. I would just go get in the cold ass pool, but the weather looks pretty nice down there. So, and then we're going to Florida pretty much as soon as I get back from Atlanta, and then we're done, which is whatever. You know, the home stretch is literally next week because it's just literally vacation for the rest of the program. After this, I'm gonna eat my meal, my chicken and rice, and then I'm gonna go to the studio and crank out some videos. We are in the garage. We're going to talk a little bit here because I always think about everything I want to say when I'm in the cold plunge the night before, and then I wake up and I'm just like completely clueless. So, and another thing too, which is kind of funny, but well, I guess we'll start with that. Like, remember in the beginning how I kept saying 78 days, 77 or 78 days, and then I got some type of confusion. I'm just like, no, it's 77. Like, I don't know where that ever happened, right? So I know where it went wrong. So I've been wrong for probably like 20 days about the date or the day. I skipped day 41. Didn't skip the day, but I just jumped from the number 40 to 42. So the day that I worked out with Harrison Phillips, which is the video that will be posted in 2 more days, which will be day 42, which is really day 41. But it doesn't matter. So today is day 56, but it's really 55. But I'm just going to keep it being 56, and then tomorrow I'm going to take an off day so I can get caught up. So that'll make sense. So I'll use tomorrow as an off day, and then the next video will be day 57, which will be Sunday or Saturday. So that was interesting. I knew something was up, but another thing too is like I've been really like pushing myself, and you could probably see it in these workouts, just because like I feel like I don't want to say rushing, because the work that I'm trying to do is already done. At least that's how I look at it in my head. And I just like I'm pushing myself so hard. I'm doing these supersets, and then I'm doing like an explosive little exercise in between it, and just really trying to push it, which is not a bad thing, but it's just, my calories are getting lower, and the more I exert myself and break down my body, the less it's going to recover. And I don't want to like overdo it and overtrain myself to where I'm like completely depleting myself of nutrients because I'm destroying my body. So even today's going to be one of the more simpler workouts where we're just doing 5 exercises, no supersets or insane. I honestly shouldn't even work out today. I don't want to say shouldn't work out. I'm just exhausted. I was even going to do cardio after this, but I'm going to pump the brakes there. I'm going to do cardio tomorrow, but I'm just, pushing myself. And one thing I definitely wanted to talk about that it just completely like blew my mind that I never spoke about it the last couple of days, but probably I'd say like 7 days ago. I mean, I've been complaining about how I've been struggling with food a little bit, probably every day. But just the thing, so like the one thing that I tried to do, well, I did do, is I took out one of my ground turkey meals and I had a little bit more cottage cheese. Well, probably more cottage cheese than a little bit. But everything fit my caloric numbers and my protein and carbs and fats, but that just like completely supplemented a whole meal, as well as already having cottage cheese for another meal. So I did that for probably like 4 days, as well as I have a new protein, and I didn't think anything of it. And then probably like for the last 3 days, I've just felt like so usually I'll drink about 2 liters of water a day. I know it's not a lot, but I just drink based off of how thirsty my body is. And then I kind of will judge off of my urine, whether I'm dehydrated or not, if I need more fluids or whatever. That's kind of how I base it. And for some reason, for the last 3 days, I have drank in 2 gallons of water a day, which is insane. Like, because after I weighed in, I started drinking water. That's the day I started realizing it's like I'm so bloated and I drink so much water today that I probably gained about 10 pounds. And I'm just like, something's got to be wrong. Like, so I kind of, went back to the drawing board and just really broke down everything I was eating again, just because I changed, my protein that I'm drinking. It's a different type of protein, as well as the cottage cheese being added. So I'm just like, there's something going on here that's making my body do this. So with the extra cottage cheese that I was having is about 2,000 milligrams of sodium, which I tell you all the time, I'm like super sodium sensitive, and it makes me feel bloated and thirsty and like kind of lethargic. And then also the protein that I have now is about 3 times as much sodium. I just look at it that way because it's double the sodium and I have 3 scoops. So that's how I looked at it. and we were very high up there as far as the sodium. And I'm just like, okay, well, let me bring that down. So today, the last 2 days, my rice as well. So I've been eating a cilantro lime rice, which is not, I don't even know what kind of rice it is. It's just white rice, I guess. But it could be a jasmine rice or whatever. I'm not too educated in rices, but I just felt like there was a lot of sodium in there too, because the basmati rice is 0 sodium. So I'm just like, there's something got to be wrong the way I'm feeling this. So I just said, fuck it. We're getting close to the end. Let me just suck it up, pause, and just do everything basic and clean as fuck and just clean it up. So I switched my ground turkey to chicken. We've done that for 2 days. Switched my rice back to the basmati. And in just today alone, like yesterday is when I realized, like, I got to figure something out. And I literally, through probably just my first 2 meals, I increased my eggs too and just like cleaned everything up. Got rid of cottage cheese completely, which is my favorite thing to eat. So I don't really care. I'm just so ready. Not ready for this to be over because I'm like enjoying this process a lot. It's actually kind of sad that it's coming to an end. But like I'm going to go even harder as far as the nutrition now, and it's going to be so much cleaner. So it's going to be chicken and fish for the rest of the way. Like, and I already talked about how Atlanta is going to be interesting for 4 days. I think 3 days really, because I think I'll be able to do everything I need to do the 6th. But the 6th is when I get there. I'll be able to cold plunge here at like probably 4 in the morning. And then I think I'll have a good window to be able to eat my food and cook food. And then Saturday or Sunday, I feel like I'll be fine. It's just as long as I prepare for it, really. That's just what it comes down to. The only thing I'm concerned about is the Masters. I don't know if you can bring outside food and beverages in, which, if not, it's going to be extremely unfortunate because that's going to put me in a very, very bad spot, and I'm like so focused on my nutrition that I'd rather not eat anything than eat something bad, which is, super counterproductive. But that's just my mentality. So hoping I don't have to do that. But we'll see. We will see. I'm also interested to see how the cold plunge thing's going to work. But enough of that because I already talked about a lot of that. But, yeah, so it is day 56 today. 56 is actually tomorrow. So, not the end of the world. But, let's, oh yeah, I got to read you the back workout. Well, actually, I know it by heart. So we're going to do close grip lat pull downs, 4 sets of 12. Then we're going to do a wide grip pull down, 4 sets of 12. Then we're going to do 3 sets of hyperextension for 10. Then we are going to do a single arm row for 3 sets of 15. And then we are going to do 4 sets of 20 on straight arm pull downs. So that is going to be back. I'm going to warm up, and then we'll do a warm-up set of the pull downs as well. And then, so it'll be 5 sets of pull downs, but I will see you when I'm stretching. I also talked about, how my lower back's been always an issue for me, and then I'm like, whatever I want to do, exercises I enjoy, like squatting and doing rack pulls and then them bent over landmine rows, and my sciatic nerve is hurting. So I don't know. It just is what it is. I'd like to go to a chiropractor though. Not saying a chiropractor's the answer. I've also never been to a chiropractor in my life, so that might be some cool content to get before this is over. But one thing I definitely want to do is go to Erie, PA and get a DEXA scan, which I don't have much time to do that actually. But I'd like to do that and get stats. And my goal is to show them the video of me first starting and have them just kind of guesstimate where I was at based off of the visualization and where I'm at now. So I don't know when I'll have time for that, unfortunately. It'll have to be like April 13th. I have a fucking super busy schedule. It's good, but it's frustrating because, like, I don't want to be like, I can't dedicate as much as my being to doing the right shit, or like, you know, but we'll be good. We always will be. Always are. It's just preparation, being prepared for inconveniences. And if you don't get it done, that's your fault. And I ain't gonna forget. You know, my back's actually sore. Like just the insertion part of my lats and my tricep, just from doing those overheads yesterday. But it's all good. I'm gonna put another 25 pound on here and we'll get it going. All right, 4 sets of 12. I'm giving little house music another chance. It wasn't that bad of a workout yesterday or 2 days ago. I had to keep changing the songs because some of them were obviously super slow, but let's go. Some more weight on there. I'll probably put like 20 more on, honestly. We'll go 15. I don't know if I ever talked about, you know, these wrist wraps and what they're for. I mean, I guess I just assumed people would know, but that's not the case. It's just to help with my grip, because I want to train my back. Obviously, grip strength is good as well, but I don't want my grip to go before I can fully fatigue my back muscles. So I'll also show you how to use these in a second as well, because it is kind of confusing. All right. So I look at it as an opposite. So think about grabbing somebody's hand and closing it. So the wrist wrap here is going to go through your thumb, both sides. So think about this hole going over whatever you're using. Or look at it opposite way your hand curls. So I go here. I'll usually wrap it with my hand. I got good at it with using them so long I can do it with one hand. But just wrap them. It doesn't really have to be pretty. But once you grab it, kind of throttle it like you would a dirt bike. Just keep like micro grabbing it, keep going. And it's gonna be really tight. You're gonna feel a lot of tension here. But it's like you can almost get it tight. Don't do this obviously, but just to show you, it'll be so tight that you can pull and you're still stuck on the wrap. So don't obviously give the wrap the full credit because it will come off, but it definitely helps. Feels so like weird, not with the intensity. I don't know. I feel like I'm just like wasting my time, but I gotta let the ego go, or I can just somehow make this difficult. Last set, we're just gonna get right into it. I need the intensity. Four sets of 12. Gonna get wide here. The grips or the hand wraps on this are so weird because this is a rubber grip, so it doesn't even like rotate. So I'm actually gonna just take them off. Gentlemen, I officially can't help myself, so I am going to superset some ball slams. I have a love-hate relationship with the ball slams. I love them, but I throw the ball so hard that I get like brush burns on my fingertips and they burn. So we'll try to avoid that, but I can't just sit here. I'm not a fan. It's not my style. I'll just have an extra scoop of protein, make me feel better mentally. I'm just trying not to grab it because that's where it burns. I believe this is the third set. No breaks. Fuck it. Sorry, my mic's kind of where I'm making noise. I forgot my hat. All right, my least favorite exercise, just because it crushes my balls, but I feel like this might actually feel good for my back.
You know, see, this is gonna be like a boring ass workout, but I couldn't let that happen. I didn't think we were gonna get any zone minutes today. We're at 8 just from 4 sets. Let's keep it going. Ooh. We're sweating. I didn't think we would in the beginning because I wasn't gonna have fun. Sorry for the mic again. Forgot to press record. So I already did a set, but we're gonna do it again because that's what we do. And we're gonna do it right now. Same thing, I explained, I put this cable up a little higher to force my elbow to come lower and grab my lats to contract at my lower lat. So instead of 3 sets, it's 4, because I forgot to press record. I'm ready to keep going, I'm telling you. We're just gonna keep going. We're just gonna keep going. We're just gonna keep going. Up the weight too. Let's go, crew. sure if this part, the mic being here, is gonna make it any better, but I am sweating my ass off, so it'll at least save it somewhat. Last set, even though we already did our 3, this is 4 because I didn't record, but 4 sets of 15. Last set of this. Four sets of 20, using a different bar just because. Try something new. We're just gonna keep going. This is how we do shit over here. And we're gonna keep going. Holy shit. Bless that. Come on, bro. Couple more just because we can. Come on, bro. Come on. Let's go, baby. Had to do what I had to do. I couldn't leave that one. That would have been one of the workouts where I just feel like I wasted my time if I didn't do those ball slams. 13 zone minutes. It's better than 0, which is what it was going to be. But, you know, just like my mentality, you can just see it. I just want to go. I just want to work hard. I used to fucking hate working out. But it's like, if I had the same mindset and mentality during my bodybuilding prep, I'd have been a fucking problem. But I was just being a bitch. Still got it done, but that's why I said in the beginning, I just knew where my mind was at, and I said, I'm going 10 times harder than I did when I did my bodybuilding show, and that's hard to understand. But I'm just telling you, like, I'm fucking ready. Like, when people want to work out with me, my goal is to make them not want to work out with me ever again. And that's how I want my workouts to be. And so far, so good. 3-0 with people wanting to work out. But it's all good. I'm starting to love this shit again. I can't wait to see where like this goes. So I'm going on a very long vacation for my birthday in June. I'm very excited to see where my physique is at that point too. But we're here now. And I'm loving this, but day 56, aka 55, tomorrow's day 56. And I'll see you in the cold plunge in the morning, and then I will see you for either legs or shoulders for day 57. I don't even know, I have to look. But like, we're really like running out. Like, probably got 2 more rounds of every body part and we're done. Well, I mean, as far as this series, but I think it's gonna be good to be able to come in here and like work out with people and be able to like play my big speaker and just have fun and not. I'm actually like, I've grown to enjoy filming this, and in the beginning I said it was gonna be so difficult for me to film everything. I think I even said like I might film like 1 workout a week, and I literally filmed every single fucking day. Like, no matter what I gotta do. Camera dies, go to the phone. I'm getting it done. It's just crazy. And if you have been along this journey the whole way, and like you are like the very few people who are viewing these videos consistently, at least as consistently as I upload them, because that's not consistent on my end. But let me know that you're watching. Let me know like who I have watching me, like, because that's it. That kind of shit motivates me too. It's crazy because I learned that about my podcast. You know, it's like the people you think are gonna watch your podcast are the people who aren't, and then the people you don't think will watch your podcast are the people who are. Like, even today I posted something from the video that I posted today, which was day 35, which is insane that I'm this far behind. But I posted like a little thing about how my goal is to just reach 1 person, and like the people who came and DM'd me about it are like people I would never think would even bat an eye in my direction as far as anything. So it's just, you never know who's watching. So if you are watching, just drop a thumbs up or something. Say what's up. You know, or anybody, even if you have questions, like, you know, if you're curious on anything, like I said in the beginning, I try to make this as educational as possible. You know, I can't go into this expecting everybody to be on the same level of fitness as I am. So, you know, trying to drop gems on how to do specific exercises or things that I try to implement in this, why, that, But I need to do a little bit more of that as well, because, you know, just watching me do something isn't going to kind of click in a lot of people's brains as to explaining it. You know, like you can see me do a single arm row and you just think this, but if you realize understanding how to use your muscles, and you know, I'm dripping sweat everywhere. This is kind of disgusting. But enough blabbering. I did a lot of blabbering today in this video, but thanks for watching. Love you guys.
Run it, I can't take no loss.